I know I keep saying it, Jason, but I can't believe this is our final show of the season. I really honestly enjoyed shooting this show with you.
Thanks, Gina. The pleasure's been all yours.
I knew you would say that. Okay, but real talk, how have I done this season? Aw, thank you. Okay, here are my top 5 moments of the season. This golf season has been unlike anything I've ever experienced. Prior to my gig at SCOREGolf, if you told me I would be traveling the world, playing on the most breathtaking golf courses, and hanging out with Jason Logan all the time, I would have said you're crazy. And yet here I am trying to compile my top 5 favorite moments from an endless list of memories. It's not easy, and I'll be honest, a lot of the moments I captured have very little to do with actually playing golf. Let's start with number 5, which occurred during my Dominican Republic trip. Here we shot for multiple days on sun-drenched Caribbean courses. This particular day, we were at one of the most dramatic tracks I've ever seen, Dive 4. We found ourselves running out of steam. My swing turned wonky and my stride slowed. To properly tackle these 7,500 yards of sweeping landscape, I knew I needed a pick-me-up. So there I rode atop this fine beast while being serenaded with traditional song in the 16th century replica of a Mediterranean village of Altos da Chavan overlooking the course. Golf carts are totally overrated. You know what's underrated? The amount of work that goes into keeping up a top-of-the-line course. Did I ever learn that lesson at St. George's Golf and Country Club in Ontario? Which brings me to moment number 4. I was up at the crack of dawn, cracking the whip with the club superintendent by my side. I followed the maintenance crews and learned to change holes, rake bunkers, and perfect the art of tee placement. Did I mention they even let me cut the fairways? And if the sideline commentary is any indication, I think I exceeded expectations.
She's actually pretty good at it. Don't put it in the creek, don't put it in the creek, don't put it in the creek.
But let's get off the golf course and talk about a more pressing matter, the Blue Jays. Don't think I don't know you've got baseball on your mind right now. I am way ahead of you because my number 3 highlight this season on SCOREGolf featured 2015 American League MVP Josh Donaldson. Did you know the Toronto Blue Jays slugger and third baseman's first love is actually golf? That's right, which is why we caught up with him at the Rogers Center earlier this summer.
I got into golf when I was about 18 months old. Lived on a driving range, used to get in trouble all the time. Run on the driving range, steal the balls, and hit them back in. You know, when I was 5, I put it away, and then I picked it back up when I was about 21. Made my first birdie when I was 4.
Yeah, low self-esteem, not an issue with Donaldson. And for good reason. He's kinda got the whole sports thing covered. Golf could even be the secret weapon to his success on the diamond. He admits his pre-game ritual sometimes includes chipping at the ballpark. The Olympics may feel like a long time ago now, but our Canadian pride hasn't waned one bit. I was lucky enough to be at the unveiling of the athletes who would represent our country in Rio. Seeing David Hearn, Graham Dillette, Elena Sharp, and Brooke Henderson accept the honor ranks at number 2 on my list. These pros proudly accepted the challenge in front of an enthusiastic crowd at Glen Abbey.
Growing up, you watch the Olympics, and being into golf, there was no chance to be an Olympian, and then when it was announced, it was something very important to me to be able to represent Canada.
There's no doubt golf is strong in this country, and we have athletes with an unending drive to prove it on the world stage. Number 1 on my list is a bit wilder than putts or donkeys. It takes place in southwestern Utah in an area called St. George, which can only be described as a home of geologic mastery. Vibrant rock, devastating cliff drops in scenic canyon country, all providing a stunning layout for golfers to enjoy. Neither words nor a regular camera can properly capture the magnificence, which is why we brought a drone. Yes, if it's not already obvious, Utah blew my mind, but I guess so did this gig. Working on this season of SCOREGolf has been a blast. I never knew what was coming next, what place in the world I'd end up at, who I'd meet, or what fun I'd be having. But that's the leap I took. Just like my number 1 highlight, cliff jumping.